All right, welcome back to the channel. Today we have Age of the Primes Combaticon Swindle, number 5 of 5 to make Bruticus. I have been waiting for this for what feels like forever. Um, Bruticus is one of my favorite of the combiners just because of the way he looks. He's just got such a mean, big, like Titanic personality. You can see him right there. Um, So it sucks that they roll these out so slowly, but I'm sure it's they keep them in separate waves so that people can budget accordingly. But I'm just impatient. Really glad to see Swindle here as the final piece. Um, let's crack this bad boy open and transform him. So this is Swindle. Um, First impressions, he feels very sturdy, very stiff. Um, Not very hollow, minus whatever this gap is here. Um, not not a huge deal though. You got a movable windshield there. Good rotation in the arms, forward and back. Head is on what appears to be a ball joint, so you've got good mobility there. And same thing with the legs, the hips. All of it moves pretty good. Oof, backwards, not so much. That's about all you get there. But forwards all the way, out all the way, rotations. It looks like there is an ankle joint as well. Makes for some cool poses if I was any good at posing figures, but I'm not. There. Ta-da. You can't really see it. But yeah. Cool. And then as for accessories, this transforms into a weapon or part of his vehicle mode, which is what it is in currently. Got a nice gun and a smaller gun and whatever this is. Honestly, I think this is for the vehicle mode. Also, shout out Mortal Kombat 2. Awesome movie. Okay. Let's transform this bastard and we'll pick up once we're done. So I feel like the vehicle mode is pretty solid. I like the transformation enough. There are some really tough spots to maneuver. These headlights in particular make me a little nervous, as well as the sequence where you rotate 180 degrees. The arms, that joint just feels really stiff. Um, Another little nitpick, this piece, as you can see in the video, you really have to compress and crunch down. Not in love with that. I wish this was a more strong connection here, like in the back. But all in all, he looks great. He rolls quite nicely. Not a bad transformation. I'd give it like a solid 7. So cool. Okay, here we are in combine mode. And this is going to be a little bit awkward because of how the camera is positioned. He's so big, I'm trying to fit him in the whole frame. Okay, so you've got Air Raid as a right shoulder split in two. I believe this is Blast Off. It would make sense. You use a rocket. Split in two on left. On the right, you have Brawl as his right foot. And if I can get a good angle here, Swindle as his, I got that backwards, right foot, left foot. Anyway, honestly, I think this is a bit of a mixed bag. Like, on the one hand, I love the way he looks. He has so much presence. He's massive. But he's fairly expensive. When you buy all 5 pieces, Onslaught in the center and the 4 surrounding him, you're looking at over $200. From the back, he looks pretty good, other than I don't think the legs are all that charming. Kind of the opposite as Superion. With Superion, the front was a little underwhelming because the jets went on the back, and that was cool, but who was looking at the back? So I guess if I had to have it one way or the other, I do prefer the way Bruticus is designed, with the the bulk of his stature being on the front. I love the way the arms look. It would have been cool if there was a mini shockwave to go in his hand instead of a shoulder mounted one. I'm not even going to bother with that, just to reference the show a little bit more accurately. But, pretty good posing ability too. You've got tons of ratcheted joints, tons of mobility, so you can pose them all around. Out of the 3 recent combiners that I own, that being Devastator, Superion, and now Bruticus, I don't know. I think my favorite's still Devastator. I have the most nostalgia for him just because he's in the most of the show as well, and that's what I remember seeing the most. I love the way Superion looks, but I'd say this is a tie for me between Superion and Bruticus, and Devastator still at top. From what I hear, we might be getting Defensor as the next combiner. I don't have a ton of nostalgia for him, but I will be collecting him. These have so much. These just are so cool, in my opinion. The fact that you can actually combine the toys to make a semi-screen accurate version of these characters is, it's a fan's dream come true. So I'm glad they're doing them. I wish they rolled them out a little bit faster. This took over a year, or almost a year, and I'm just not a patient person. But let me know what you think. I'd give Bruticus like a solid 8, maybe 9 out of 10. He's so cool. I have minor nitpicks, but this is by far the closest we're gonna get in terms of a first party at this point. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bye.